It's located on Lakeland Drive, right here in the Jackson area. And it specializes in offering more tender loving care to patients with serious or not so serious health issues. And we're going to just continue our conversation with Dr. Bookhardt. Mike, it's great to have you back on Tell John. You came with it the last time that you were on, and we are really proud to have you back. And so, what's the latest in the world of the Good Faith Wellness Center?
All right. Well, thank you so much, Senator Horhn, for inviting me back to another episode of Tell John. And so, the latest and greatest, we've got a lot of things going on. Good Faith Wellness Center, as we said last time, we are a new medical practice located in Flowood here, and we're accepting all major insurance carriers, all insurance. And then we also said last time that we even have our own plan. So for people out there that don't have insurance, you'll be able to come and see us because we have monthly plans, $99 a month for single individuals, $179, excuse me, and $229 different packages. And that means you can come unlimited for unlimited visits. Every time you come to Good Faith Wellness, you won't pay anything extra except for miscellaneous things like labs and such.
Okay, very good. So what are you seeing out there? I know that September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and we had our guest on the show last week, the You're Not Alone Foundation that was founded by Brother Jerry Knight, and we had about 7 or 8 guys who showed up for the show.
That's right.
Last week, and we also had a press conference the week before to promote the foundation and the fact that this month, September, is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Do you run into many patients who have prostate issues?
Absolutely. We do have several. The thing is, unfortunately, our African-American men, a lot of them just don't come to the doctor. And so that's one of the things that's so unfortunate, because prostate cancer is actually, other than non-melanoma skin cancer, prostate cancer is the number one most diagnosed cancer in men in the United States.
Is that right? I did not know it was the most diagnosed.
That's right. And it's also the second leading cause of cancer-related death after lung cancer. So this is something that's plaguing, and those are not just things. We're not talking about African Americans. We're talking about men in general. So with this being Prostate Awareness Month, or some people like to refer to it as Men's Health Month, it's something that is so important. But especially in our community, we've got to wake up and come to the doctor. But answering your question, in my practice, we do see men that are concerned about that. We see a lot of gentlemen, but again, that are being forced to come by either the woman in their life, their mother, be their daughter, somebody, and they're basically dragging these guys in. But they need to know this is something that is treatable. This is not something that we should be, especially in our community, in the African American community here in Jackson, Mississippi, dying from. So
and it's so preventable and treatable if you catch it in time. But the key is getting checked.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad this is known as Men's Health Month as well as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Men need to get off their duffs and go and get checked more often than they do. We have to wait for something to be bad wrong with us before we will drag ourselves to the doctor. And a lot of times it may be too late, or it's more serious than it should have been.
That's right. Absolutely. And, getting screened for that, that's one of the reasons why a lot of gentlemen don't want to come to the doctor, because everybody thinks about basically the digital exam, the rectal exam that's required. Now, that's not necessary in every single case. So we want to make that clear to the listeners that everybody doesn't need to have that type of examination. There's other things we can check. We can check blood levels, PSA, for example. It all depends on your family history. So race, age. Did you have a first generation relative that had prostate cancer? The majority of men and African American men will have something called BPH, benign prostatic hypertrophy, which is not cancer, but basically means an enlarged prostate, and that's very common. There are medications to treat that, but yeah, we've just got to. I mean, we have got to stop this. We got to. I hate to see our young brothers dying from things like prostate cancer and other diseases and things that can be easily detected and that could have been prevented or could have been treated.
So let's go back to this payment plan. And you intrigued me with this. So not having enough money should never be an excuse for not going to the doctor.
Absolutely, no excuse. And I tell people we've treated all types of different patients, whether they've been elected officials, whether they've been celebrities, or whether they've been the occasional person walk on the street, the occasional middle class person, or just somebody without a job or somebody on the street. I told people that know me know that I don't believe in VIPs per se. I believe everybody is important and a child of God.
Absolutely.
So everybody deserves excellent care, and personally, and not even being political. But I think that healthcare is certainly a right, especially in this developed country, and not a privilege. And so everybody needs to have access to that. And at Good Faith Wellness Center, we will do just that. And you can be seen. You will not just be just a number. Everybody is a VIP. And so that plan is available to everyone. And like I said, not having insurance or not being able to afford it. Senator Horhn, I think they put a big importance on paying cell phone bills. They're gonna make sure they're gonna make sure they don't miss that Super Bowl, whatever concert. And so we need to take this.
They're gonna get that head.
That's right. They're gonna get whether it's a lace front or a lace back or a lace that shouldn't have never been there. They're gonna get that. They're gonna get that hair done. And so we need to, as the young people say, keep that same energy. And you need to come on to the doctor and come on to Good Faith Wellness Center.
The older one gets, certainly is the case in my situation, the more you are concerned about your health and that you're more vigilant. The more years that'll pass you by, the more you start paying more attention to it. But we need to really be vigilant about this throughout our lives, and
That's
again,
right.
not let something fester or get worse just because you have an aversion to going to see the doctor. I love the phrase that you came up with at the conference that we were having.
Yes, that's right.
Can you share that
brother.
with us?
Oh, was it the
See me now?
that was the one where we talked about primary care, an annual exam or a trip to the grave. The choice is yours.
That's right.
Or a ticket to the grave. Well, in Senator Horhn, I wanted to just drop a few other tidbits there on the incidence or prevalence of this. The interesting thing is that if men get checked and screened for prostate cancer and things are detected at an early enough point in their life, that this is 97.5% survival rate. 97, wow. That's nearly 100. So that means that 97.5% of men that go and get this, either a PSA or a rectal exam to make sure to properly surveil this, that means 97.5% of men will live. And but the other thing is, the interesting thing is that there are certain risk factors for prostate cancer that I don't think we highlight enough. Some of those things are, interestingly, vitamin E, folic acid, high intake of dairy, and also calcium. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into it. We're going to let the urologist take care of that. And real quick, we said this before we came on to tell John, if there are any urologists out there that are interested in coming on being a part of Telehealth Tuesday, we need you. And so we would like for the urologists, I know a few of them, I'm going to call those brothers directly, but we need the urologists to come out. I know that I think you might have had one already, or you're going to have Dr. Frazier, right? That's right. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So, and we appreciate his work in the community and the others. So we would like those gentlemen to come on. But yeah, this is something that is easily detectable. It's easy to be screened for this. I know, like I said, a lot of men are scared of going. They have to be forced, but by the time you're forced to go, a lot of times it's unfortunately too late. And that's even with some of the other primary care things like diabetes, hypertension. They call hypertension the silent killer.
Right.
This is something again that people are, dying from it, even if not directly as a cause of that, but from the associated things such as stroke, heart attack, blindness, kidney failure, and eventually going on dialysis because of untreated hypertension.
Well, I should have known that I had high blood pressure, hypertension, because it runs in my family. My mother, my siblings, most of them have it. My grandmother had it. My grandfather had it, and I didn't. I was walking around dumb.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I thank the Lord Jesus for Jackson Hines Comprehensive Healthcare Center.
Yes, sir.
Because they have an annual doctor for a day deal where they have legislators come in and put on the white coats and walk around and shadow the doctors.
That's right.
As they see patients, for routine stuff, nothing real serious.
Yes.
And they said, "Oh, well, before you start your rounds, we got to check you out." I said, "Well, you're fine. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, it's just a matter of course. We have to check you." And he came back and said, "You on blood pressure medicine?" I said, "No, I don't have nothing wrong with my blood pressure." And they said, "Yeah, there is something wrong with your blood pressure. It's 230 over 140.
Oh my goodness!"
And they said, "We can't let you go. You got to go to the emergency room." I said, "What do you mean? I feel fine." "No, we're calling an ambulance. I can drive myself." Right. "No, you cannot. We're not allowed to do that. You have to." And that's how I got on blood pressure.
Really?
Medicine I got pre-screened at Jackson Hines in order to go pretend to be a doctor, and they saved my life. And I get there, and the guy says, "You know what they call this, right?" I said, "The silent killer."
Silent killer. He
said, "Yes, and do you know why we call it silent killer? Because it sneaks up on you and kills you."
That's right.
Look at
That's right.
So
that's right.
Get screened, folks. It can make all the difference in the world.
It really can, and that's one of my passions. Is taking care of people, taking care of our people, all people, but especially in this community. Hypertension, diabetes are affectionately referred to as the sugar in Mississippi. But yeah, like you said, it's an amazing story, and it's a story of that's a fantastic story and quite a testimony, because who knows, we might not have been here to be blessed to have you representing us here, because you might have been gone. And like I said, an annual exam or a ticket to the grave, the choice is yours. And so that's something that is so easily treatable. Hypertension, simple as changing your diet, maybe losing a few pounds is, that might not be so easy, but doing that and getting on the appropriate medication.
Right.
I can't stress it enough, but we got to do something. Maybe we need to do a campaign, Senator Horhn, and we need to do a campaign.
Well, look, I'm ready. I'm a believer.
Absolutely.
I hug Dr. Renee Chapman every time I see her.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr.
She
Chapman
insisted that. I said, "Oh no, I'll be fine." No, you have to get screened.
Yeah.
And they caught it. They found it. They caught it, and I'm on proper medication today as a result of that.
Praise God for that. Praise God.
Well, anything else you'd like to share with us?
Well, we wanted. I'd love to let everybody know we put something out just about an hour or so ago about Telehealth Tuesday. This is an hour-long podcast that we do every Tuesday at 7 p.m. from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you go to Dr. B TV, that's DOCTOR, the letter B as in boy, TV on YouTube. That's our YouTube channel. You can see all the updates, and it's going to be streamed simultaneously there. Facebook, Good Faith Wellness Center, and Instagram, Good Faith Wellness Center. And so we're there every single Tuesday. We've got fantastic guests that people you don't want to miss this tomorrow.
So can people call in?
They can they
message in
right with the comments. So it's a live stream, and so when the comments should be able to go across the screen, but I'm also going to read them aloud. So yeah, it's basically they'll be typing in the comments, and we'll address every single thing. And so we have a fantastic husband and wife duo. They're a team. They're doing amazing things, and they are both doulas. And so I know a lot of people think about doulas and you think about having babies. Those are people that help, but they do so much more. And so naturopathic remedies, homeopathic, and
really?
all the other, yes, absolutely. And so they're going to share their fantastic testimony and tell us all about what they do on tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Wonderful. All right. Telehealth Tuesdays.
Telehealth Tuesday. And it's like,
Okay.
yep.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. All right. You've just been listening to Dr. Michael Bookhardt. He is a family medicine practitioner, and his firm is called the Good Faith Wellness Center.
Yes, sir.
And they're based out on Lakeland Drive in the Jackson area, and he's got a really good approach to practicing medicine and keeping you healthy. And you really need to go check this brother out. Look, well, we're about out of time, and so we're going to sign off for this evening. And our favorite phrase of Dr. Martin Luther King has turned out to be this, right, JR?
Martin Luther King says, "There's nothing more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity."
But John Wesley said, "Do all the good you can by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can." But Vernon Damer said it better than anybody else.
Sure did.
And we're going to give Dr. Bookhardt the last word, but Vernon Damer said this, JR.
You don't vote, you don't count.
All right, we're going to let Dr. Bookhardt close us out tonight.
Well, and I just wanted to say, as far as Telehealth Tuesday, the husband and wife, they are the shepherds. So you have Candace Shepherd and Kalijah Shepherd. I want to make sure I don't butcher that. So episode 6 tomorrow is called Compassionate Care with a Dynamic Doula Duo. And so again, I want to just thank Senator Horhn for allowing us to be here with you tonight on another episode of Tell John. We appreciate WMPR radio. We love being here every time. We look forward to seeing y'all again, and we'll see everybody tomorrow on Telehealth Tuesday. And remember, true wealth begins with good health.
See you next week.